how do I participate in the Southern Baptist Convention throughout the year? We talked about why participate in Southern Baptist life, how to participate in annual meetings, how to participate in, just a variety of ways structurally and so forth. But how would you encourage us as we're leading our ministries, as we're church members, to be a part of Baptist life throughout the year beyond just the annual meeting?
Well, there are a few ways. One is, and this is, just an easy one, is stay informed. And there are a number of ways that we can stay informed, that it's not just those 2 days that all of a sudden you're hearing everything for the first time, but we're actually able to keep up with what's going on. We have a lot of media outlets. Baptist Press puts out news every day, and then we have media at the state level and that may share things that are going on at a national level, but also what is happening in our state. In our state of North Carolina, it's the Biblical Recorder. There are now podcasts that are popping up. I co-host a podcast. It's called SBC This Week. There are 2 other ones. One's called Not Another Baptist Podcast, and one's called the Potluck Podcast. I'm playing on that. So there are people that are beginning to have these conversations and to share what's happening. And that means there are a number of opportunities to really track what's going on. A lot of people have an entity that's maybe near them, depending on what state they live in. So there are opportunities to keep up with that. But just to kind of know what our entities are doing, what's going on the mission field, using all of those sort of news outlets. That's one way to stay involved, is just to be informed, so that when it's time to engage on those 2 days, you come as someone who's been paying attention. Another way to be involved is that we have our national convention. Also, there are state conventions. Those happen in the fall, and so usually anywhere from October into kind of the end of November, beginning of December. And so there are opportunities to find your state convention, or even maybe your local association, and ways to cooperate at home and be involved at that level. The other way is really, it comes down to our giving, because part of the reason that we're cooperating is to take the resources we have and to put them together toward this one mission. And at the end of the day, that means we have to give of our resources. And this is where the cooperative program that we've referred to several times in these conversations, that's our funding mechanism. But it starts in that check, or that money that is placed in the offering bucket of a church, or basket of your local church, and then the local church making a decision of how much they're going to send, what percentage they're going to send on to the state convention, the state convention sending on a certain percentage to the national level, and then those monies being dispersed. We have some other offerings that are specifically for missions: the Lottie Moon Christmas offering for the International Mission Board, the Annie Armstrong Easter offering for the North American Mission Board, both named after great Southern Baptist women who had a heart for missions. Those are opportunities for us to kind of give over and above. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, and that's the part that we always don't want to talk about, that sort of hurts, but we're saying this is where our priority is to get the gospel to the ends of the earth, and we are cooperating with other Southern Baptist churches. So when we do this, we are entrusting this to the Lord. And that's a huge way to be involved. So a lot of people say, well, I can't get involved because I don't really know what's going on. But we can take advantage of all the resources in front of us to keep us as informed people. I mean, I think that's a huge way.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the old saying is, you understand where somebody's heart is by their checkbook.
Yes.
And that's just a very brass tacks way of saying those things that you love, you give to. Right. Your mark is made there. And so you're highlighting how we can do that throughout the year in our just general giving, right, and that portion coming out that the church says, yes, we want this to go on to our cooperative effort. And then also in those big rallying points around, like the Lottie Moon Christmas offering, if I can get that out. And then also the Annie Armstrong offering that goes to domestic, church planting and missions. And then Lottie Moon goes to international missions.
Right. And all of these things work together. Staying informed helps us understand where our resources are going. So then when we give knowing what's happening. It's not just blind, it's actually knowing. And it's tremendous the way now so many resources. It's not just reading something, but it's videos. It's things that actually we get to see what our missionaries are doing on the ground, and so then we recognize this is the difference that this gift is making. There's a resource that is at sbc.net that actually allows you to put in the amount maybe that your church sends to the cooperative program, and then you put your state, and it will break it down, and then you can actually know how much of this is going to international missions, how much is going to North American missions, how much is going at every level, even the ministries in your state, because every state has certain local ministries. A lot of them maybe being children's homes, or other opportunities, even some education within the state, universities in some of them. So you get to actually see where your resources are going. And so it all sort of works together, staying informed, giving of your financial resources, and then showing up and participating to be a part of what is done with them. The possibilities are actually endless to get involved, and so the more that you do, the more you can really be a part of this big thing. The headquarters of the Southern Baptist Convention is really truly is in the local churches, and we can every day be a part of this big effort.
Yeah, and it's fantastic that it is run like this. And so as a person who has benefited from the cooperative program, as a graduate of this institution, Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary, thank you for investing in me. And then thank you for allowing something like this video to be made, because we're sitting in a building that's built with cooperative program dollars. That is, these lights and these cameras are here, and we are now serving you because of the goodwill of Southern Baptist. So thank you for supporting even this that you see before you even now. So there's so much more to say, but we're trying to keep this short. But thank you again for watching. Thank you again for hearing how to be introduced to the SBC, how to participate in SBC Life. And again, this is a resource I do want to commend to you. If you're interested in continuing to develop your understanding of what's going on, this is SBC FAQs, all these letters and acronyms, a ready reference written by two of my colleagues, Keith Harper, and then also yours truly, or Amy Whitfield. Yeah. And so thank you very much for watching.